Okay, so we're here officially live in I'm live in the race22.com world headquarters. Noah Hinchee here. He's live from the Daryl Maggard office, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Hinchee Motorsports
Yeah.
HQ. We'll just call it that.
Well, I don't. I'm not sure that. I'm not sure Daryl would appreciate. That. I mean, it needs to at least be Maggard Hinchee Motorsports headquarters.
All I know is there's more of our stuff in here than there is his. We've overtaken his garage.
Right. Well, that's good. That's good. We look a little better this week. I see a little more of your face. I mean, actually, we don't look any better. But the cameras
Speak for
look a little
yourself.
better. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe you do. I mean, I don't know.
I look better and better every
We
day.
we're hopefully we'll have a little more professional show today. We were a little off the rails last week going live for the 50th. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the 50th. The live thing was kind of a last minute thing.
Yeah,
You had time to prepare this week. And look, we're all
I did.
fancy professional, had a
Yeah.
countdown. I don't know why that
Yeah.
made me nervous, even though I've done this 100 times. Once it hit
That's funny.
20, I was getting nervous. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's all good. Well, this is the Pit Chatter podcast, as you see on your screen, and we are presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. Lauren Yoder, um, big supporter of local racing here, supporter of Franklin County Raceway, um, and big supporter of the Pit Chatter podcast as well. So we appreciate Lauren. If you need any custom meat processed, he's the man for it. Got No Rest Farms. He's also he can sell you the meat too, and you know what they say, right?
You can't beat Yoder meat.
Oh man, got Josh Brown. I don't want to get too carried up in the comments here too quick, but got Josh Brown in the comments saying what's up. Glad to have him on here. Um, well, got a lot of topics to talk about this week. Been a lot of things, racing. We're finally here in March. It's March 11th, and finally, things are starting to pick up in the racing world.
It's finally time. We have things to talk about again. Racing
You
finally getting back going again.
you,
I don't know
you are
why this
correct.
off season felt longer than all the other off seasons I've been through so far.
Well, we did kind of end, at Franklin County specifically. We did kind of end a little early. We ended in the month of September. We typically end, in the month of October or November, at the end of November, and so I guess this was a longer off season, so to speak.
Yeah, but it's over. We're ready to go now, boy.
Yeah. Well, definitely ready to go. Speaking of being ready to go, locally, Franklin County Raceway out at the MDA Car Show. We had a car out there for Ararat, but I didn't make it out there this past weekend. Um, got cars on the track too at Franklin County. Got some practice in Saturday. You said you went down there. How'd all that go?
Yeah, man, it was pretty good. Had some mini stocks out there. Had a new guy. I
Yeah.
think I never talked to him, but I think he's like 100% new from go karts, and he's out there in a couple mini stocks. Look, here you go with the comments already.
Listen, I had to. Those two back to back were just too good not to,
We
man.
know kids
Uh,
here.
oh yeah. Well, we knew he was going to be here no matter what. And this comment is even better. So, he said he's at a Taylor Swift concert. So, Lord have mercy.
He's a Swifty.
Anyways, so cars on track this past weekend. I know that was a late. There wasn't a lot of cars because it was kind of a late decision, I guess, to have practice. The weather starts to change, and it's good to get them out there though.
Yep. Hopefully, I think this weekend they're having practice again. We
Yeah, I
need
believe I saw
everybody to
that on
be out there
Facebook.
and get some laps in, man. Y'all get your stuff ready.
That's right. That's right. So, outside of our immediate area, a lot of other racing going on, and a lot of other announcements and things. Man, I don't know if you saw it today or not, but Southside Speedway out basically in Richmond. Today they announced that they were making a return. That place has been closed since the pandemic. It's owned by the city or whatever there, and they've got a they've got a buyer for it. It's a lease. It's a 20-year lease purchase agreement with Lynn O'Neill and Jeff Oakley, both local racers there. Jeff Oakley's raced a little bit of everything. Lynn O'Neill, he raced there at Southside, maybe other places too. So glad to see things heading in a good direction for a track, because it's not too often that you see a racetrack that's been closed for 3, 4, 5 years and somebody goes in to buy it, especially, or to reopen it at all.
Yeah, there's been a little resurgence lately in some of these tracks, which I'm, happy to see. As far up as NASCAR, with North Wilkesboro and Rockingham, and all the way down to tracks like, Southside and what was the one? Was it Newport?
Yep, Newport. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they got them opening top to bottom. It's good to see.
Yep, for sure. Pretty exciting to have that. I know we said we weren't going to show the comments as much this week, but here's one that goes to a topic that I wanted to talk about that we hadn't talked about yet. So I want to bring it up on the screen so you can see it. And Wilton Maxey wants to know if Noah has bought Flow Racing yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, hell has frozen over. I finally did it. Granted, I was drunk as hell, and I regretted it a little bit. But I finally bought the damn thing.
Oh my God!
I finally did it.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost like a proud dad when you messaged me to tell me that you bought it.
I went through it like 3 times that day, where I get to like the checkout screen and I'll be like, no, I ain't doing it. And then I come back like an hour later and I'm like, no, I ain't doing it. And I finally did it. 3rd time's a charm.
Have you watched anything on there yet?
Yeah, I went and I watched back the Smart Mod race because I bought it too late. I bought it at the end of all the races on Saturday night.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said. Well, you missed all the races today.
Yeah, I bought it, but I went back and watched the Smart Mod race. Went back and watched some Cars Tour stuff, just because I've never had it before, so I'm going back and just looking at all the cool stuff that's on there.
Yeah. Kent Chrisley he wants to know if that means he's got to buy it now.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think so.
If I had to do it, he's got to do it.
Wilton Maxey said you'll love it, and you will. I've been telling you this for forever and a day. So,
well, it's cool to go on there. Like, I was just going on there and watching random races Saturday night. I was watching some 410 sprints. I don't even know where they were at.
Yeah,
just watching them turn lap.
Dude, there's so much racing on there. It's stupid. I mean, there's just so much racing on it. It's so worth it. Now, as much as I feel like Flow is sometimes somewhat detrimental to local racing, and not just Flow, but all streaming. Man, it is so worth it from a race fan perspective. I mean, it is gold for sure.
I mean, it was awesome to look at, catch some random racing from around the country.
Yeah. Chris Lilly saw the flyer today. He's just happy you got a shirt on. So
I'll take it off. We can take it off.
Whoa. No.
Hey, I had a shirt on in the picture. It was just rolled up a little bit.
Got a couple other people here, chiming in, just saying, hey, John Campbell, friend of mine, and Jacob Hinchee. That might be some of your kin people.
No, never heard of him. I have no idea who that is.
I heard that guy might be racing this year.
Yeah, that's the rumor. We'll see.
That is what I've heard. So
his daddy better get to work on the car.
Well, you know how them Hinchies are. They wait till the last minute to do anything.
Yeah. So, what are you gonna do, man?
You got to crack the whip on Daryl. He's back from the cruise. You got to get him to work. So
he's already down there at the track today with Timmy working.
Listen, that's good. That one thing, he's always working. It just depends on what he's working on. You know,
Yeah, he was probably fixing crap on the cruise ship. They didn't even know. He was just going in the maintenance room getting some tools.
Probably so. Probably so. Got a bunch of people tuning in here. Hal Furrow, a friend of mine from Ona Speedway up in West Virginia. He said they're going on my race pass this year, so that'll be cool to be able to keep up with them. And they're said they're repaving some parts of the track. Wilton Maxey said it's a family show where you were trying to take your shirt off, so we definitely don't want that. And even got your number one hero tuning in this week.
The Gilly
I mean,
Man.
it's not your best friend. We'll talk about you and your best friend here in a little bit, I guess. But some other racing taking off this weekend. Caraway Speedway opened up. I'm not gonna give you results for races and stuff. I mean, if you want results from races, they are easy to find. So we're not gonna go through all that on a typical show. But Caraway opened up, man. Looked like he had some great car counts in some of their divisions. Their U cars looked great. Their Crown Vics were great, which is good to see. The Crown Vics there look like they just were never going to take off, kind of like they didn't for us at Franklin County over the 2 years that we tried to run them there. But man, they finally, I think they had 13 or 14, those guys down there, which is exciting to see. And that class looks like it's taken off everywhere. I mean, everybody wants to drive a Crown Vic except, well, maybe the 5th place champion here.
I'll drive one. It ain't gonna end well, and I'm gonna end up back in the hospital again.
Well, let's not do that. I mean, we need you on the show, so we don't really want to do all that.
Yeah, $13,000 of bills for them to go. You're fine.
Listen, and if you don't show up for the show, I'm stuck dealing with Junior. Okay. I mean,
I'll do it in
week,
the hospital bed. We're good.
You know what he told me? He said if Noah don't message you back this week, he said I got you.
He's ready. He's in the pocket, ready to go.
Lord have mercy. Oh, he is for sure. John Campbell here asking if I'm ready for my next adventure on dirt. I am for sure. I've got a long road ahead of me, but we're getting there. We should be really close, maybe by this weekend, to having everything dialed in at the track, and then we can kind of go from there. We do have another podcast that is specifically for Air Rat Bull Ring if you want to listen in, and that is that is the Bull Ring Banner podcast. We recorded it last night. We didn't do it live, but we're going to in the future. I had a little glitch with my computer last night, so we couldn't go live with that, but we will in the future. So Wilton Maxey said that Southside Speedway mentioned Crown Vic, and I was on there listening. They did mention the Crown Vic class for out of Southside, so that's really cool too. Patrick Barnes chiming in, asking us what's up. All you guys chiming in, with just saying, hey, we're here. We see your comments. But some other racing this weekend. Caraway. Oh, let me hold on before I get too far away here. I'm talking about Crown Vics. Caraway. Man, their car counts in their upper divisions, their Chargers and their limited late models really sucked. Which I hate for them because they paid out a lot of money. I think it was $2,000 to win the limited race, and it was like 4 cars, and that is not the kind of math you want to do as a promoter.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was for sure. But I think the problem with that is, and I don't know if you're kind of seeing the same thing too, but like there seems to be the type of limited that they're trying to run down there. Where they've got Chargers already, which is kind of a limited class anyways. The type of limited they're running now is kind of gone. They've went on to either running a full blown late model stock, throughout North Carolina, or they're, down, to running, a Charger division, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Chargers. I say down, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the Chargers is a great class. I mean, honestly, I think I would have been better off at Franklin County having kept them. We ran them into 2021 as our premier division, and we probably should have kept going with that. But I don't know if you're seeing the same thing, as you watch out, the landscape here. I know you're not as entrenched as I am, yet. I'm getting you there though. I got you on flow. I mean, I'm gonna have y'all figuring it out here before long.
We're gonna have to start a Pit Chatter Media on tour soon.
Yeah,
I want to start. This year with the reduced schedule, which seems like everybody's running a smaller schedule this year.
They are.
Hopefully, I'll be able to go out and watch a lot more races like I've been wanting to the past few years, but I haven't really had the time.
Well, we're gonna have to hold your feet to the fire on that, because I mean, if not, you'll just sit home drinking Pepsis.
I can drink Pepsis at the racetrack too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I ain't showing Josh Phillips' comment. Well, you can go back and look at that one later. Patrick Barnes said he's excited about going to Natural Bridge and running for the championship there in the Stock 4 division. Glad to hear it, man. I'm hoping that the Stock 4s up there will take off, man. It's a division that every racetrack I think should have. I think there could be some rules tweaked there to make that one better. Make that division better, but I think things are on point to head in that direction. Keep in mind, if you're on the chat, you're a little bit behind our conversation. So if I don't bring up your comment, we see it, but you're a little bit behind. The airwaves, or whatever you want to call it, the internet, the data takes a minute, so you're a little bit behind the conversation. So I won't necessarily include everything, but we got you. We're here. We see you. Southern National opened up on Saturday and started their Speedweeks, which continues tomorrow. And I know we talked about it pre-show. You were like, tomorrow? They're racing on a Wednesday? Yep, they're racing on a Wednesday. 5,000 to win late models, the part of the I-95 showdown with Florence and Southern National, and part of the Ultra Broadcasting, Ultra Racing Association sanctioning and all that. So that's that's a pretty cool deal. What do you think of the Speed Week concept?
I don't know. It sounds good. Like, I'd love to go catch a race on a Wednesday night, but I mean, we're talking about, this ain't NASCAR, man. All these people got jobs and stuff, and I know the racers, at least, they probably have to take off of work on Wednesday, and then they'll probably have to get home late and turn around and go back to work on Thursday. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan.
Right. I mean, I get it. I think that all your points are valid, but I think that man, it's cool to see somebody do something different. I mean, we need people trying things, in this deal. And it worked really good last year. I think it worked better last year, in my opinion, because they had the Cars Tour as a part of it last year. I think the Cars Tour Pros opened it, and the Cars Tour Late Model Stocks closed it maybe last year. And there was some talk, I believe, of them having the Smart Tour as part of it this year, which would be really cool. That's what they need. They need some of those tours to really kind of pick up the pace where they can make this thing work. The Speedweeks concept to me is a good one. It's going to take a lot of work and a long time to make it. It's never going to be like New Smyrna, where they go down there for 9 nights and they race, and there's plenty of cars and all that, but it has some potential, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like the thought of it. I don't know. I don't know if I see it working out as like a long-term deal. I mean, at least for the fans, I don't know how many fans would show up to that. I mean, it's hard to tell.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'll be watching on Ultra Broadcasting. That is not on Flow, so you won't be seeing it.
My Flow, and I can't even watch the crap now.
I mean, we'll get Kent Chrisley to get a Ultra Broadcasting, subscription so that he can watch, and y'all can compare notes on your races, I guess.
There you go. We can share passwords. Just kidding, Flo. We would never do that ever.
Well, it'll cut you off anyways, just so you know. So,
well, we could take turn.
Josh Phillips finally with a decent comment here. He said, "Best of luck." To me, he said Ariat, which
you make that's a whole nother. Now?
Listen. Let me tell you something, okay? One of the first videos I want to do, social media wise, when we get down there and get to practicing, is I'm just going to walk up and put my microphone in people's face and say, "All right, what is the name of this place?" Or what do you call the town here? You know what I mean? Because I've heard it called, Arat, which is what it is. I've heard it called Arat. I've heard it called Ariat. I mean, there's all kinds of variations of what people call it. And I think it'll be an interesting.
Did you not see my voicemail I left you the other day?
Well, I seen the words. I never went back and listened. So I can only imagine. I'll have to go back and listen. I would play it for people, but I'm not sure what it says. So.
I don't remember the whole thing, so maybe don't.
That's the problem with you. That's the problem with you. I knew you wouldn't know what you said either. So
I thought I had a funny pronunciation of
Yeah. John Campbell said he went to the MDA car show this past weekend. Not too many race cars there. Kind of depressing. Well, let's be honest. It's not a race car show. It is a car show, and they have some super cool cars there. And they have a couple race cars. For the local racers. I think there's probably only a handful, 3, 4, 5 race cars there. So, which if you're going for it to be a race car show, yeah, 100% that was being depressing. But it's just it's an overall car show. It's not really for that. Patrick Barnes asking about rules for Ararat. AraratBullring.com. Stock 4 rules are on there. They're similar in nature. They do a little bit of different things down that way where we're at, with these cars. So we got some variations of those rules, but they're very similar. They're still fairly stock. I mean, they're still really stock. So, that's cool. Josh Phillips bringing up one of the races the other day. Did you get to see the ARCA race last weekend?
I saw everybody posting about it. I didn't get a chance to watch it. No.
Well, all the Butterbean fans, like out in Virginia Beach and stuff where he's from, that I'm friends with. I mean, they jinxed him because they're on there talking about him winning, and then caution comes out and he doesn't win. So he kind of got a little used up in that race. So Josh Phillips trying to blame autocorrect on the Ariat, but I don't know if I believe that one. I ain't buying that. So
sure.
Wilton Maxey said, congratulations on the Memorial Day weekend triple header with Wythe and Natural Bridge. I'm excited about that one, man. The American All-Stars Crate Series is going to be one hell of a show at the Bull Ring, and I'm super excited about that. But listen, I want to tell everybody on here, we got a little bit of an audience here, 27 people watching us live right now, which is better than like the 9 we had last week. I think we're building it up here a little bit. I mean, of course it ain't 11 o'clock at night either this week. So that's probably helped a little bit. But anybody watching, be sure to check out Ultra Broadcasting, for the Southern National race tomorrow, 5,000 to win late model race. They ought to have, 17, 18, 19 cars. Should be a good one. I'm not the biggest fan of Southern National and the style of racing that track puts on, but their big races have usually devolve into a good race at some point or another. So I'm excited to see that race tomorrow night. Of course, it's Wednesday. There ain't nothing else on, so that's definitely what I'm going to be watching. What else we got? What else happened this past week? Oh yeah. The big one for the week. God, I'm about to talk about this, but we got to get this comment in first, okay? Lauren Yoder's Custom Meats, sponsoring the show. His comment. We got a lot of those around here, but we're not going to be showing them, Lauren. We're not going to be showing them. So
I mean, technically, you clickbaited the people.
I mean, I did. Maybe next week we'll get you in your tank top and you can show them.
They thought this was going to be a whole different kind of show.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I mean it. We're 26 minutes in, and Lauren just took us to the gutter here. He just took us right on down. So, anyways, the big moment of the weekend, Anderson Motor Speedway, which you got to watch it back since you got Flo. You got to watch the Smart Tour race back. Jake Crum and Jack Baldwin had a little tussle for second place there. Jack Baldwin's car got destroyed up against the wall on the front straightaway there. Jake Crum went on to, I believe, finish second or third right there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe fourth. I don't know what the heck he finished. I didn't look at the results, but he was right up there with them. I shouldn't have started down that path because then I realized I didn't know actually where he finished. But what was your take on that wreck? I know you've watched it a couple times.
It looked like Crum just hammered it too hard trying to stay up there with him. He couldn't hang, really. I mean, dude
Yep.
was swinging by him on the outside. That's what it looked like to me. I don't think he
Yep.
wrecked him intentionally, but
Yeah, I don't either.
he definitely knew when he hammered it that he was going to squeeze him real close to the wall.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, I will say before we started this show, I seen his spotter, Jake Spotter, I believe, Scott McKee. He made a post on Facebook, and he was comparing the week before race at Florence, where Luke Baldwin dumped Joey Coulter for the lead. Where he had made a mistake. A lot's been made. Tommy Baldwin, of course, he's on Door Bumper Clear podcast on Dirty Mo Media, and they went on to say quite a bit about it. And made it out like Jake did it intentionally, and maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Only one that knows is him. But I think that. I think it was just racing, man. I really do. I mean, is Jake capable of taking somebody out intentionally? Oh yeah, I've seen it before. You know what I mean? Back in the UARA days, he was ruthless, man. I don't think he's that same racer today, but he could be. So I don't know. It is what it is. Of course, Jack Baldwin's brother, Luke Baldwin, went on to win the race, and he's got himself a truck ride for some races coming up. I like the little advertisement that they posted for it earlier. I think it was today. Looked like pretty cool deal. I'll tell you what, man. There's some of those kids, and speaking to kids, in that race, you had Paulie Hartwig and Carson Lofton. Carson was making his first start of the year. He's done moved on to the car store. You had them battling it out for I don't know, second, third, fourth, whatever they were there. I've been admitted that I don't know where Jake Crum finished, so I don't know what position they were battling for. But they were up front there battling at the end, two young guys, and this whole series is full of young kids who have a lot of potential.
Yeah, it's crazy to see old Polly up there. When what
Yeah.
was it, 2-3 years ago? He was at Franklin County.
Yep.
He won a race with us in the what was it, the 602 mods.
Yeah, he was what, 10 or 11 then or something.
I think he was 11 then.
Yeah.
Sounded like a little pipsqueak on the microphone, and
His
now he's
voice has
in it.
changed a little bit.
Now he's in the smart mods, battling it out with Ryan Newman and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
those top level guys out there. I mean, it's just crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. It is crazy, but it wasn't. That race, other than them two battling and the incident between Jake and Jack, that race wasn't hitting on a whole lot. Wasn't your typical smart modified race.
I mean, I wasn't gonna bring that up. It was a snooze fest. Let's be real.
I mean,
It was pretty boring. I mean, I mean, it's a smart mod race, so they can only be so boring because I love it. It's no secret to anybody that knows me. That's like my favorite tour, my favorite screw NASCAR. They can get out of here. Them smart mods, I love them, dude. But it was a little, I don't know, maybe I'm just used to them at Franklin County because they always put on a hell of a show at Franklin County.
Oh, they
But
do. They do. Oh,
I
they're
don't
going to put
know.
on a hell of a show at South Boston here in a couple of weeks. You said you may go to it. Even if you don't, you'll have flow, so you'll at least know about it for once.
I'm gonna try to go. I've never been to South Boston, so I'd like to go down there. And
the modifieds are at Caraway this coming Sunday or Saturday. I don't know which day it is. One or the other. I didn't look to see, but they're either running Saturday or Sunday. And, that's typically a smart modified race, but it's not this time. So maybe you can subscribe to Caraway Speedway TV this weekend so you can see the modifieds.
I'm one and done. I got flow. That is it. I ain't subscribing to Caraway, Air Vision.
Hey, that's a good name, Ararat Vision. Should I spell it Ariat though?
Yeah, do it that way. That way you get a copyright claim from the boots.
I think if we, I've thought about that. I've thought about streaming. I thought about, if we do that, it'll be Bull Ring, Productions or something. Keep it tied into the old Bull Ring there.
I don't know. I'm just buying the one. I ain't buying no more.
Oh yeah, hey, Jamie Carson just had a comment here that about one of your best friends, and I did see that. So that's cool. I'm glad to see him getting another opportunity in the Cup Series. I know that's your friend, right?
Oh yeah, best friend.
Yeah.
Best of friends.
Yeah.
It'll probably end
Yeah.
up
I
just like
believe
it did at Bowman Gray with him dumping his shit in the wall.
You couldn't get that lucky.
Yeah, I might.
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I got to point out something about last week's show. Okay, you didn't know what time the race started at Franklin County for the first race on April 5th, right? You
Yeah, no.
remember that part?
Yep, I
Well,
remember that.
your boy, your co-announcer or however that is, your lead announcer, Terry, he said it was 7 o'clock. But he backtracked when he went live on the old
Yeah, I
Franklin County
noticed that.
Raceway.
He's
3
changing
days
it up
that
now.
weekend.
To be
Uh,
determined.
yeah. He's done told everybody on here that it was 7 o'clock, but he had to backtrack a little bit.
Yep. He didn't
What'd
know.
you
Nobody knew.
what'd you think about Terry's takeover on the old social media there?
I didn't know that. When he commented and said he'd see you Sunday, I didn't know that's what he meant. I would have
Yeah,
came down there and hollered at
yeah,
him. Maybe
yeah,
maybe photobombed his Terry takeover. I don't
yeah,
know. That makes me a little jealous. I might have to talk to Timmy now and get a Noah takeover.
yeah.
I'm feeling left out.
Speaking of Timmy, here's your question. Josh Phillips wants to know: was your daddy Timmy put you a new tire on your car?
No, my brother did. Thank you very much.
Oh man. Yeah, well.
Every time I
Yeah,
drive that damn car to the racetrack, something horrible happens.
yeah. It really does. If you cut a tire last year, right?
The last time I took that car to the track
Oh, really?
was the
Really?
practice
Yeah, before the
before the
last
last
race.
race, and I cut a tire
Yeah,
down like half a mile from the racetrack.
yeah.
We had to get the track wrecker out there and drive down the road and tow me back.
Yeah. Josh Phillips said that the video was cool, and then he said that the track needed to show some progress. I guess that video was, some of the progress there. Which I mean, they kind of been showing some, and I've talked to Timmy. He's got some other stuff coming up that he's got going on there that's going to be cool. So Josh Phillips wants to know if that was on the same side of your car too.
It was.
I think you might have a problem there.
Yeah, no, I'm just I'm biding my time. I got this new Acura in the garage right over here. It needs a motor put in it. I was kind of just trying to slide by.
Doc Love checking in, letting us know that we sound great, which is good. I mean,
Uh-oh. The legend
that's
himself.
that's the audio guru there. So glad he could check in, let us know we sounded good. Here's your question, because I heard that too, and I want to know what you know.
I I don't know how much. Yeah, we're looking at options. Yeah, to get it. Yeah, obviously, we ain't gonna be on like Flow Racing or nothing, but we're looking at options that people can watch from home, even if they can't come to the track.
Yeah. So like free or pay per view or what?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't
know.
know what we're doing. Yeah, I do
I
know. I'm doing the old DC dip and twirl. I
Oh my
cannot
god.
confirm nor deny. I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth and then something different happens. So just stay
Lord.
tuned for that.
Yeah, well, I've always thought about, from my perspective, and I may have said this on here before, and we didn't very often. We did some in 2020, but I've always thought that giving it away makes way more sense than putting it behind a paywall. Like, you just bought Flow. Well, you haven't had Flow. You've been, coming to the track and racing, and you was even on Flow, and you still didn't buy it. You put it behind a paywall, and only the diehard of diehards, is gonna pay for it. But if you give it away for free, and you think, well, if I give it away for free, why would they pay to come in? Listen, there ain't no replacement for the smell of race fuel and Hoosier rubber, and the smells of the concession stand, and the sights you might the sights you might see at Franklin County, which could be anything. Okay. I mean, so from my standpoint, I think that giving it away is the way to go. It's kind of what I've been thinking about doing at Ararat is maybe giving away. Not, I don't know if I'll do every race or not, but thinking about giving it away there on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all it's going to do is encourage people to come down, because you really can't.
I do too.
Obviously, you watch, like, football and stuff. Not everybody can afford to go to all these football games. You watch the NFL, but you're like, man, how awesome would it be to go there? It just makes you want to go watch a game more. And I feel like that's the same thing with racing. I mean, like you said, you can't beat it. The smell of that race fuel, the feeling in your chest when the cars go by, you can literally feel the vibrations.
100%.
If you're sitting close to the track, you can feel it when a car hits the wall. You can feel it. You shake your ass. I mean, there ain't nothing better than that, man.
Yeah. Kent Chrisley and Stephanie Best, they're kind of sharing the brain here about Wi-Fi. So they both, thinking it could be good to have Wi-Fi. I think Timmy's probably got a plan there. So,
well,
we do have the legend, Terry Radford. He's trying to take over this show too. He said social media is the best way to go, and
we can't have a Terry takeover on everything. All right.
I mean, I don't know if he heard you, a minute ago when you said you were jealous of, his takeover.
I am. I want to know a takeover next time.
And you're going to talk to Daddy. Listen, you're going to talk to Daddy Timmy about it, so maybe it'll happen.
I'm gonna have to file a grievance with our HR rep.
Oh man. Yeah, well. Yeah, he he got an interesting comment here. Took his mother out on the track for the first time, and she, about crapped her pants. So
yeah, I mean, you get that over there in Franklin County, man.
You can have one boo bear. Okay.
Thank you. That makes me feel much better.
Doc Love said there's nothing like trackside groceries. Speaking of the concession stands there, he may not be as big a fan of the old hot dogs as you are, though.
Yeah, Doc, come on down. We'll get you old dusty dog. All the way. It's delicious. Trust me.
He likes extra dust on his. Okay, just like
it'll be as dusty as you want it.
Wilton Maxey says it's advertisement, and it 100% is. I totally agree with that. So, yeah. So hopefully, man, you guys are able to get that on there. That'll be cool. I mean, obviously, I'll be at some other races primarily, so I'd like to be able to watch it, on my phone while I'm somewhere else.
You gonna watch a race while you're watching a race?
I do it all the time, actually. So.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, Jody Freeman checking in. He wants to know if that's because of Terry's driving, and I'm thinking it probably is. So, another vote for Wi-Fi. You gotta get Timmy hooked up here. He needs to know these race fans need some Wi-Fi, man.
Good luck.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, if you come to the track looking for Wi-Fi, you're at the wrong place. There's not much going around in Caraway, all right?
Listen, all you got to do is just not have Sprint, T-Mobile, US Cellular, and you'll have service there. I mean, I have service there on AT&T. Timmy said that he's got great service with Verizon, so,
My service is fine with Verizon.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you need Wi-Fi, here's what you do. You call up your buddy Elon Musk, and you order one of them Starlinks, and you take it with you to the track. You got Wi-Fi wherever you go.
You ain't even got to talk to Elon. You can just you can just go to Best Buy and pick it up. I mean, that's where I got mine last year for the track. Of course, I didn't give out the Wi-Fi password, so I don't even think I would give it to you, do I?
No, I had the password. You didn't know that. You left it
Oh
written in the
crap!
tower on a piece of paper, but I never used it. I have service down there.
Nah, I can't believe I messed that up. Josh Brown, one of the mini stocks that was there this past weekend, he says he's got to find more speed in his car. Of course, he had a different car out this weekend.
Yeah,
So,
a little blast from the past, a little older mini stock, but he was getting in that thing, and he from the when I first got there to the time he packed it up, he had gained a lot of speed. So I'm
yeah,
sure you know make a few adjustments, get more used to it. He'll be fine. He'll be right up there with him.
yep. Got a lot of comments here in the yeah, here you go. Here's your one. Terry Radford said he had to use his car's Wi-Fi to do the video in the old Chevy Equinox.
Oh, he got the fancy stuff on us. He got that
Yeah,
car
yeah.
fight.
That's all big money right there. Stephanie, it's funny. Her comment right here. Oh, I didn't press the right one here. It's funny. This is exactly what I was going to say when you said that he got faster at the end. Stephanie gave him his balls back. So that's good. That's good.
Need to give it to him on race night. Just make sure he has them.
All right. Here's your good question. We both
A
know that neither
rat.
one of these
You
is happening.
spelled it wrong twice.
Just read my hat. Just read my hat so you can spell it right, bud.
You're gonna race at a rat.
Hey, at least you put Raceway.
I said it last time. If somebody gets me if I can find a good sponsor, I will go race one race at Ararat. I need a good sponsor though. I need somebody to make it worth my while.
Oh man, comments here is an interesting place. Here's your question about your hero. Lauren Yoder wants to know what's going on with Keyshawn working on his car before a race. Well, you want me to answer? He's got to make it legal. That's what's going on.
You got to change your rims out.
And according to you, the front bumper, because you know
that poor bumper.
Lord have mercy.
That thing was hanging off after every race.
Yeah. Josh Phillips said that Josh Brown did great in the old new car. He only says that because he's been helping him. So
yeah, he was the one helping him with setup. So
we can't take his word for it.
If he does bad, he can blame it on him.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, let's see. Ain't no new comments to post here. So we're closing in on racing season, man. You guys have got what? 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
It'll be 3 weeks this Saturday, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we got 5 Saturdays in this month. So, yeah, you guys are closing in. I mean, you shouldn't even be here on the podcast. You should be at the track helping them.
I probably should be, yeah, but I'm not. What are you gonna do?
I mean, but honestly, it's probably better that you're not there interfering with the real workers. So
I can go test out the microphone system.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea. I mean, have they been putting up new speakers then? I mean,
I know they've got the wires ran and everything. I don't think the speakers are actually up yet.
Yeah.
It's in the works. They got 16 different projects going down there.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to. I mean, there's a lot that needs to be done there. So for sure. Josh Phillips finally spelled it correctly here. So
you had to say it twice.
Jesus, man. I mean, it ain't the easiest one to spell or say, unless you know how to say it and all that. But South Boston opens up in 2 weeks. We talked about that earlier, and you may go. I don't believe you. You'll have to prove me wrong. I don't believe you.
I'm gonna have to find somebody to go with because I know Jordan. She ain't gonna want to go.
Yeah.
And of course, I like to partake in Pepsis.
We're aware. We're
so
aware.
I need a ride.
Yeah. Lauren Yoder says that they brought in Terry to do the real work.
Hey, he's doing the job you were doing last year, so don't even laugh.
Whoa. Well, I was no race director. Let's not get carried away here, but I did that job one time. I fired myself. Okay, that's how bad I was. So
I was race director of the bike race. Put that on the resume.
yeah, that's why Junior won so much. You cheated for him. That's what happened.
Yeah, I rigged it right up.
All right, here's you a good Franklin County Raceway question. Are they going to have a leaderboard? I assume you mean scoreboard.
They
That's the
have one
question.
now. The question
Okay.
is it
He
going
didn't
to
say
function?
working.
So yes, they will have one. No, I know
All right.
that's one of the plans they have. I don't know the timeline on when that's going to be done, but I know that is they are working on that.
Okay. Wilton Maxey, who's chiming in from our YouTube stream, he wants to know both tracks enduro schedule. I can only tell you one of mine. That's Saturday, May 24th. We'll have that enduro and flagpole. Noah, what do you know?
I don't think anything is. I know Timmy's.
You need to do some research, okay? Because it is on the Franklin County Raceway website, okay? And I'm going to go there. You know, it's sad
Is
that
it on
you're.
there?
Yeah. Well, listen, Jordan's on top of things. She's not like you, okay? She's actually on top of stuff. Destruction. Your first destruction night is Saturday, June 28th. So it's
I
the
knew
week.
that. I was just.
Week
I
before
just
July.
wanted you
No,
to pull
you
up the
did not.
website.
No, you did not. Okay.
I just
No,
wanted you to
listen.
pull up the website and look at how good it is.
Hey, let me tell you, I think I've already said this on previous podcasts, but I think she did a fantastic job with the website. I think it looks great. Probably way more work she put in it than she needed to, but aesthetically looks fantastic. So
She's a perfectionist. She wasn't
well,
gonna do it if she couldn't do it perfect.
listen, if she stays in racing much longer, she'll lose that. Okay.
Yeah, that gets shook out of you real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Kent Chrisley did clarify he wants a working scoreboard.
Well, in that I can't answer. Who
Yeah,
knows?
well.
No, yeah, they're working on it.
And listen, this comment here, Josh Phillips, he said he's really going to miss racing and being in the mix and not driving. Man, if there was ever a time that you should be there at the track, supporting the track, this is it, man. I mean, we spent, the winter maybe thinking that it might not open. You know what I mean? We even had you as promoter, Josh, for a day or two. So, I mean,
let's get it, old son.
I mean, need to be racing. Need to be racing. And let's see, Austin Traver. So what are you going to do at the track, and what's going to be different from Franklin? Well, have you ever been to Ararat? I mean, it's considerably different, just the surface. We got old dirty red clay and not asphalt and concrete patches. Okay, so considerably different. John Campbell's got a question for you, Noah. He wants to know if they still need people to come out and help with work at the track, and I'm pretty sure that's a yes.
Always.
Right.
You can never have enough. Just go on the website. I think you can get the number off there. That goes straight to Timmy. Yep. Call him up, send him a text, ask him. I'm sure he can find something.
Or as we found out, just go on Facebook and post something about it and say asking for a friend. We'll get you an answer. Okay?
Yeah, it'll get picked up.
Oh Lord. We got the wrecking ball is in the house here now with this show. This show's got to come to an end soon now that he's here.
Don't bring up no more of his comments because I guarantee you it's getting out of hand.
Josh Phillips says that he may steal the old yellow stock 4 this year.
I'd love to see it. Love to see him doing battle with the old stock 4s.
I would too. I think everybody should run stock 4 personally. I mean,
I think these big car guys would get out crying, throwing a fit.
Some of them might. Hey, some of them might surprise you though. He says he's already got permission to run that thing. Got Isaac Carroll chiming in here. He says he catch you in the grandstands drinking Bud Light. So they're Pepsis, man. Pepsi.
Yeah, I do not partake in those kind of beverages at the racetrack.
He's, Josh Brown, he said he's always asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Oh God. Caleb's getting ready. He said, "I guess the weather turned good, and y'all had one practice, and now everybody's starting to work on. I mean, y'all got Keyshawn working on cars. You got Caleb ordering stuff. I mean, he's been out here selling stuff. He's finally made him some money. So his daddy Dennis ain't got to buy it, which Dennis is proud of. I am 100% sure. So,
Hell, Caleb's
or
car is
his
sitting
other
under
daddy Wes should buy it.
Caleb's car is sitting under the shed at the tire machine. Just the cover's half on it. There's tires all over it. I was checking it out. I was looking at all the things he cheated on. We're gonna have to have a talk.
All right, give us a list.
No, I don't know. I didn't look at it. I could tell he had them cut springs on there from old Caraway though. I think dropped about 4 inches.
I mean, he can use those on there. I mean, he just keep them.
Maybe that's what I didn't do. My big ass could almost climb over into his car.
Well, you'd have to cut the window out a little bit.
No, I can do it almost natural.
You need to post the photo that you sent me. Okay,
The AI
you need
picture.
to post the AI picture. You need to post that. Oh my God, man! If I could figure out how to use my phone and send it over here, I'd post it on the video right now. It was great. So you ask AI to put you in a race car, right? On Facebook.
I asked it to make me a race car driver. But then, AI, you can scan in your face with the meta stuff.
Yeah.
But it always makes like a normal skinny guy.
Yeah.
And so I said, make me fatter. And this new picture it makes, it's me with the most oddly shaped body I've ever seen. But in the race car, it automatically had cut the door down.
Oh my God, that's freaking great.
I'll have to post. I'll post it in the comments of this at the end of the episode. But it was hilarious.
Oh my God, I believe it. I believe it. Josh Phillips said that he had a blast making his rookie stock 4 debut till he got black flagged last year. That was a good time. I don't
even remember that one.
Yeah, he was running a little too good. So Josh Phillips said he may steal Caleb's car too. So Stephanie
it's down
Best,
there, keys in it.
She said that they sold Josh's feet to buy his race car.
Is that like an inside joke? I don't get that one.
Maybe because they're penguin feet. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh. Caleb says, I don't believe him. He says he's not racing until the third race, so he has more time.
For what? Where do these drivers just like make up these weird things in their head? I can't participate. I can't race until the third race this year. Y'all just be making crap up.
I mean, yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. On a more serious note here, Larry Ballard wants to know if we got any possibility of steelhead late models at Ararat this year. And yes, there is a possibility of them. I haven't worked that out yet. I do have a date in mind, but I haven't worked out all the details and tried to figure out how many cars I could get and all that. But I have had quite a few people contact me. Will they all show up? I don't know, but we have been kicking that around. Maybe Christina knows the answer to the feet. Okay. She said that Feet picks to go to Feet Finder. So maybe she's been on Feet Finder, buying Josh's picks. I'm not sure here. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not sure.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
Yeah, Doc Love said that we need a good producer. He knows the guy. So you're not wrong.
Well, send us his contact information.
Yeah, got Dylan Maxwell says he's watching.
I know who that is.
I do not. So
that's a secret account.
oh hell!
Somebody that's scared that the government's gonna get him if he posts his real name on
there. Caleb Hall says he already has commitments for the first two and the fourth and fifth one. He said, I do more than car race.
Yeah, you go beat up little kids on a go-kart. We get it.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you wreck the 9-year-olds too?
he probably does. Christina said no way she hasn't been buying Josh's feet pics, but I don't know how she knows about them then. Okay.
Yeah, if you know about them,
And
it's a little suspicious.
Stephanie said there's some weird people out there that love penguin feet. So,
And you're one of them. That's how you met them.
Lord have mercy. This show, and I knew, when we got toward the end that the comments would go the wrong direction here. You know what I mean?
They always do.
I'm thinking it's probably our fault. So at least mine, anyways. So
This
all
is the
right.
price of live streaming.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, so we've been going for almost an hour. We don't want to take up, people's nights here. Okay. Even though they'll enjoy, spinning around out here in the comments section. What else? Anything else? Anything Franklin County related? Noah Hinchee, related. What do you got?
I ain't got nothing.
Lord have mercy. Lauren Yoder showing Doc Love some love here. He said that's his favorite commentator of all time in the booth at FCS. He's not going to mention his least favorite, Wesley Outland. Okay. Oh, sorry. I added words there, and I didn't mean to. Holy crap! I didn't mean to do that. Doc Love wants to know what the reception has been since announcing the reopening of Ararat. Hey, man, we're the new shiny penny for the moment, kind of like Timmy in Franklin County. For the moment, everybody loves us. Give us 2 or 3 races. We'll see how that pans out. We'll see how that pans out after that. So, Caleb Hall ruined the show. He says it's his fault. I don't disagree.
It usually is.
Yeah.
He ruined shows, stock 4 playoff races.
Ryan Woods says that he needs a car to run. Definitely
go get you one, buddy.
Out there. Larry Altus showing some love to Yoder's Meat. Said Yoder's has the meats, and they do. So
the meat you can't beat.
Be sure to check them out. All right, man. Since you got nothing else, I got nothing else. Let's get the heck out of here and end this thing. I think the live went really good this week. Much better than last week's. Fiasco at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Well, I guess we'll do this again next week. What do you think?
Let's keep it going.
All right, let's get out of here. We'll see you. Pit Chatter Podcast, episode 51 in the books. We're out.
Bing bong.